So Ben Shapiro and Tucker Carlson had a conversation on Fox News, and somehow this managed to be 100% correct and 100% productive. I honestly felt like I was watching TYT. I couldn't tell that they were even on Fox News. Take a look.
Ben Shapiro hosts one of America's top podcasts, The Ben Shapiro Show. He's the author of the book, The Right Side of History, and we're happy to have him on set tonight in Los Angeles. Ben, it's great to see you. Thank you.
I don't know how I kept a straight face while you did that.
I don't know how I did. There's so many levels here, but I do believe that this is the end of the Beto O'Rourke phenomenon.
Yeah, I think he's toast.
What are the lessons that we should draw from what we just saw?
Well, I think that you can run in the moderate lane as the Bobby Kennedy candidate so long as there's not anything newer on the block. Buttigieg came along and drank his milkshake, and he had some intersectional credibility. The problem for Beto is that he happened to be straight and also white, just like Bobby Kennedy was. Buttigieg is gay, so therefore he takes precedence. Also, he speaks more languages, like Norwegian, which is a language that is very much in vogue with the media these days. And he doesn't just play guitar, he also plays piano, and he does it with Ben Folds 5 and the whole deal. So Buttigieg has basically stolen all of his momentum. And I think you're right. I mean, I think Beto is toast here.
Speaking Norwegian and playing the piano, and I'm being sincere, are actually impressive things to do, for sure. And I'm impressed by them. But they're not really policy prescriptions. They're not ideas that are going to improve America. Neither is who you sleep with relevant to running the country, as far as I can tell, or any of these criteria meaningful. So, where's the part where we get to debate their ideas for the country?
Well, the problem is, obviously, that there's only one thought leader in the Democratic Party right now, and that's Bernie Sanders. And what you're seeing is a bunch of candidates who are attempting to steer into the Bernie Sanders lane. And there's no room in that lane. Bernie Sanders has occupied that entire lane. You talk about ideas candidates. The one candidate who keeps shouting ideas from the rooftops is, of course, our Native American candidate, Elizabeth Warren, who keeps spouting ideas every 5 minutes. Here's a new policy prescription. Why isn't anyone paying attention to me? And the answer is because you are in Bernie Sanders' lane. He is the thought leader in this lane. Well, in the moderate lane, there are no thought leaders. There are just a bunch of people with platitudes. Biden is presumably the thought leader, but Joe Biden doesn't have enough thoughts to be a thought leader. And so who exactly is going to come along and occupy that lane while still being able to win over the woke intersectional base of the Democratic Party? Whoever does that has a possibility at the nomination.
That was 100% correct. That was literally the most correct thing I think I've ever seen in the mainstream media. And it's so ironic because we're talking about Ben Shapiro and Tucker Carlson, the two furthest right wingers. Actually, no, that's not necessarily true. Sean Hannity's pretty far right wing, but I think these two are huge right wingers right now in the mainstream media. And somehow that conversation became incredibly correct. I'm not sure how that worked. I don't know. Maybe two negatives make a positive or something like that. I'm not sure, but I want to break down what these guys said because, again, 100% correct. 100% correct. Every single aspect of that video I just showed you was 100% correct. Take a look. Buttigieg is better than Beto O'Rourke because he's gay. That's true. I know that might seem really bad to say, but that's 100% true. Both of those candidates have no platform to stand on. Buttigieg is a Christian gay guy. Beto O'Rourke is a straight younger guy. And it used to be Beto O'Rourke was running on issues. Now he's just running on platitudes. Same thing with Buttigieg. And so when you have two platitudes candidates, yeah, the only thing you can go off of is identity politics and who can play the piano better. And, Buttigieg can speak Norwegian, English, Spanish. Yeah, Buttigieg is better than Beto O'Rourke at this point because they are, centrists. They're moderates. And Ben Shapiro mentioned how there's only one thought leader. That's Bernie Sanders. He is the main thought leader. He owns the lane when it comes to a thoughts candidate. And the reason why you have all these other, progressives who are mentioning policy platforms like Elizabeth Warren, Andrew Yang even, but they're not gaining a platform or they're not gaining popularity. It's because Bernie Sanders owns the whole freaking lane. He's owned this lane for so long, but he's never really gained a voice since the 2016 election. Once when we had the 2016 election, all of a sudden Bernie Sanders was this person that everyone was considering. And now Bernie Sanders owns the lane. And so when you have Elizabeth Warren come in and Andrew Yang come in, these candidates have policy positions, but they're not even gonna, phase Bernie Sanders' momentum because Bernie Sanders already owns so much momentum. That was 100% correct. I'm actually really surprised that Ben Shapiro admitted this. Now, that being said, he did call Elizabeth Warren the Native American candidate. I'm not going to give him crap for that because Elizabeth Warren kind of owned that herself. She kind of played into the identity politics game in a way that I think was detrimental to her. I think she's playing a lot of political calculations that are incredibly detrimental to her. She's in favor of the Syrian war when she wasn't supposed to be. So there's a lot of things that Elizabeth Warren did that make me really like Bernie Sanders a lot more. Tulsi Gabbard came in. She's got a lot of great ideas, but again, Bernie Sanders owns the lane. And so all these other people are potential vice presidents to Bernie Sanders. They are not going to jump ahead of Bernie Sanders in any way. So I think they should go on the debate stage. I think they should have productive conversations. I think they should basically shame the establishment Democrats like Joe Biden, Beto O'Rourke, Pete Buttigieg. But that's about it. They're not going to dominate the field. So, yeah, wow. You're not going to see that on any other mainstream media outlet other than maybe TYT. That was it. This was 100% the most accurate discussion about the 2020 presidential Democratic candidates. Like I couldn't have done better myself. That was really good.